Guys, welcome back to the channel. It is me, your girl Baddies, and I am back for another Baddies Caribbean review, episode 6, last night in Barbados. I would like to thank all the new subscribers for coming through, and I also like the fact that you guys been liking and watching all these videos. Thank you for helping get the girl views up. You know that's how we gonna get to the main page where I want to be. So continue to keep sharing the video. I see y'all even doing that. So yeah, I appreciate all the love that you guys are showing. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the episode because we had a really good one this time. And whoever edited this show, yeah, you should now have the head position of editor because you had us at a great pacing. We did not stay on one scene for too long. You did not drag out this storyline for forever. It was like, yo, wrap this shit up. So between whoever was producing this episode and whoever edited it, y'all need to go ahead and be the ones in charge from here on out. So we pick up where we left off at with Meatball and Jayla going back and forth about it. This whole Biggie situation, and Meatball feeling like Jayla is a bully. And Jayla's like, listen, before you start picking sides, you need to hear the whole story. Jayla lets it be known that she is not bullying Biggie. Biggie was the one who popped off first. Meatball was like, okay, yeah, I feel you on that, but we all know Biggie ain't no fighter. So why would you keep pressing it? You always want to go after her. I'm big. Why don't you fight me? Fight me, bitch. And she would. What the fuck? Like, I be confused. Jayla said, I don't give a fuck if she's not a fighter. You got online and you said she was going to smack me. I'm the type of bitch, if you say you're going to smack me, when I see you in real life, I'm going to make you stand on it. Like if somebody was playing with you online, you would want them to stand on business too. You wouldn't let them play in your face. So, now that she said it like that, Meatball was like, okay, let me hear her out. Let me see what her side of the story is and then come to my conclusion. Jayla explains her whole situation with Biggie stems from her and Natalie being on live after the Baddies East reunion, and Natalie asked her who won the fight out of Rolly and Biggie. Now, Jayla did not want to answer the question at first, and she kept saying, oh, I don't know, I really didn't get to see, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But Natalie was like, no, girl, you saw that fight, so who won? So when Jayla said it was Rolly, Biggie had got an issue and got online and said that she was going to smack Jayla. She said, all I did was give my commentary. The same thing she do every week with Teddy on her YouTube channel. Only difference is when she talk her shit, everybody just listen. But when we pop our shit, she want to get online and make weak-ass threats. So, you say you going to smack me, bitch, slap me then. Meatball finally gets an understanding of the situation after hearing Jayla's side of the story, and she was like, okay, well, I understand, and I'm going to just let it go. But in all actuality, Meatball, all you could do was let this shit go because at the end of the day, it's not your beef. You have no dog in that fight. So, okay, be a Biggie friend, but also let Biggie know when she is in the wrong. Scotty brings up Meatball fight with J.O. last night, and Meatball was like, oh, I already knew she was going to try to press me, so it ain't really no big deal. Scotty also talks about the fact that she saw Tink jump in that fight with her because they saw Kiva was about to jump in, and she said, man, that's really cool of her to, stand up for you like that. But Meatball let it be known that Tink is just not a friend of hers. Tink is her sister, like her blood sister, like we got the same mama type shit. And everybody was damn sure surprised about that. And Scotty was like, oh, well, I didn't know they were siblings, but that got to be cool to have your sister be able to be with you on this journey, and just hopefully they keep their sisterly bond. My whole thing about it is, if Tink, your real sister, if you was really going to jump into somebody's beef and want to square up with somebody about somebody else's shit, why is not your sister's? Your sister has been bullied this whole time. She got jumped at the damn auditions by the same girl that y'all on the cast with. That same girl that y'all on the cast with went online after it was all said and done, talked shit about your sister, and made a whole diss track about her. Then on top of that, when the girl got to the house, she fought your sister round for round for round. Then I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Tinka's skin. I don't know if she's bleaching. I don't know if it's a chemical pill gone wrong. I don't know if it's just the girl got a little case of Largo or some shit. Whatever the case is, she keeps ragging in on your sister, and you ain't said a motherfucking thing. And listen, it's been plenty of times you could say something, because let's be real, that whole thing that was happening with Gretch, you was not that into. So when they was over there playing with that goddamn wig and she still was trying to fight your sister, why you ain't say, oh no, easy on my sister, you're not about to keep going round for round with her. You want to fight again, bitch, fight me. None of that. None. Not a little bit. So yeah, next time you want to jump in some shit, jump in your sister shit. It's how I feel. The next group of girls we're going to look at, it was the new girls. They just having them a grand old time on this little walk. And it was like, yeah, y'all seen that we can get in the paint with each other. We can go toe to toe with somebody. But we also want y'all to see another side of us. We want you to see that we can have fun. Cool. Now that y'all done learned that, how about you go teach Tink and damn Diamond about that? Well, preferably Diamond, because back in Nally group, them girls still fussing. And Nally's sick of this shit. Sapphire's like, listen, I ain't come on this nature trail to hear y'all go back and forth all day. I wanted to see some monkeys. So Tinka said, oh, you ain't catching none of the monkeys? It's a monkey right there. She pointed to damn Diamond. So Diamond was like, I know a former dark-skinned girl did not just call me a monkey. Now your ass is racist. I was like, these two gonna cut up all day. If it wasn't for the fact that they just keep fighting each other, I probably would love to read back and forth between those two. Because Tinka do be a little funny to me. But I'm tired of this storyline and I'm ready for them to wrap this shit up. Nally was like, listen, we be having club hostings and everything. And don't nobody want to go out with a bunch of girls that just can't get along, not even for 2 seconds. Sapphire's like, listen, we get it. Y'all can fight. We saw that. Do y'all got anything else to bring to the table? Because, baby, everybody can fight. Diamond is like, she is tired of Tinka calling her a monkey. She said Tinka's not about to keep painting her out to be the bad guy this season, so she's going to call the truth. Diamond ends up getting on her hands and knees and apologizes to Tinka for fighting her at the auditions and keeping up all the fighting in the house and the shit online. So, they make up, rub on each other's booties, and we went on about our day. But Diamond was like, in her confessional, listen, I had to do all that to make sure that she was going to be my friend and that she was going to accept my apology. No, you didn't have to do all that. You just fucking extra. Be real. But she was like, I still didn't get to do her in like I wanted to, so she's still going to have to go another round with me. And I was like, really, bitch? I thought we were done. Now, in Bianca group, we got Wendelin, and she's trying to plead her case with these girls on why she feel like the replacements should stay on the show. Then Aubrey was like, dang, y'all keep hogging all this camera time. Y'all don't even realize that I go home today. She was like, but that's okay. That's why my bank account is the bigger bank account, because I can step back and let other people get camera time and get their shine. So this one, Bianca tried to join in on the I got some money train. And she was like, yeah, I know what you mean, because my man, he's a millionaire. So Aubrey's like, girl, stop saying that. Your man is not a millionaire. And Bianca's like, yes, he is. Yes, he is. And starts to talk about these artists that he done signed. And apparently he had like a $3 million deal. And Aubrey was like, girl, if your man was a millionaire, you wouldn't be here. And I was like, if her man was a millionaire, not only would she not be here, she would not be fighting so hard to stay relevant on this show. Bianca, you have fought since day one. If you got the money of the show, you supposed to be the one in your contract. They can't even hit you. Girl, please. I don't believe that man a millionaire, just like Aubrey. Don't. Natalie ends up taking the group of girls up the end of the trail, and it's like going up on a mountaintop, and you see like this really good view of Barbados. And she was, trying to be the deep Natalie, talking about see this view. This is someplace we all have never been. And it should just tell you, like, sometimes you just gotta let things go. And it's not always about going back and forth and keep getting lick backs and stuff like that. And I'll be like, Natalie be trying to sound so damn deep for her to be messy 2 minutes later. Because what she did 2 minutes later, start bringing up people beefs in the house. So she was talking about the fact that they have a club hosting tonight, but she's still hearing that people are having issues and they have underlying things they need to get off their chest. And I'm not trying to be in the club. Y'all bitches getting drunk. And then next thing you know, you look to your left, see your op, and you decide that you want to fight her in the club and mess up our money. We're not going to do that. So before we get off this mountain, do anybody got anything they need to get off their chest? See what I mean? Messy. So first person who steps up is Diamond. Diamond decides that she's going to call out Slim and Dia because she felt like they were being followers in this whole situation with her and Tink. Slim feels like she's not being a follower. She was like, at the end of the day, until you and Tink get past y'all issues, me and you, we just can't be cool. And I mean, Diamond, at that point in time, it's 11 other girls in this goddamn house. Go talk to one of them. Why do it matter who Slim and Dia is cool with? Dia was like, listen, I'm not being a follower. I told you it was all about principle for me. I just did not feel like you pulling her hair to get on the show was a good enough reason for you to do that. Well, for you it wasn't. For her, she feels like, hell, I did what I had to do to make it on this show. And exactly she did what she did. So Diamond was like, but weren't you just fighting last night with a girl that you don't even know? She said, so now who's being a follower? So Dia tries to explain her fight with her and Nunu because in all actuality, it's not the same. Dia was fighting Gretch. Nunu popped Dia in the back of her head, and that's how the fuck they got into it. They didn't just sneak each other. But before Dia could really explain it, next thing we know, Diamond backhand slaps her, and now they fighting on top of the mountain. So now this pisses off Tinka, because Tinka was like, I knew she was going to do that. Why would she pick the smallest one to fucking fight? Now we got an issue. We got to go at it again. So once her and Dia stopped fighting, Tink called her out and was like, I knew you was going to do that. Why you picked the smallest one? Now we got an issue. Diamond said, I didn't pick the smallest one. I told both of them to step up. Now, if the smallest one popped off first, that's it. So Diamond feeling the atmosphere is getting a little thick up here. She said, all you pussy assholes could line it the fuck up. Let's go. So first one to run up on Diamond was Slim. They get it in. It was pretty even. I'll say that was a draw. Neither one of them really won that, but they did their thing. So now Tink want her round. Diamond really don't want to fight Tink. We over in passing done that. She want to fight another round with Slim, but since Slim don't want to run up, okay, Tink, you could do it. So they get it in. Now we hearing in the background, we keep seeing Meatball kind of sliding up on the fight. And I was like, Meatball, you bet not sneak. And you bet not damn jump. Then she all in there, oh, y'all making me mad. She not about to keep fighting my sister. Da 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 da. Girl, you 3 episodes too motherfucking late with that shit. What was you back on episode, was that 2? 2 or 3? That girl was doing all that, they were fighting like that? Girl, please, goodbye. Hang it up. Now you trying to be seen. So they done fought. So then here go Dia. Dia runs up for a fight. They get into it. Y'all know Dia. She ain't the best, but luckily security was there and they really kind of intercepted that fight, so we really didn't get to see too much of that. Tink and damn Diamond goes about 3 fucking rounds before we end up calling it quits. And I would say on that last round, I'ma have to give that shit to damn Tinker. Tinker was throwing some straight hammers to that across that goddamn girl head. And I was like, I know her head hurt. Natalie was like, listen, okay, that's enough of that shit. Obviously, y'all not gonna get past it, or is we good? It's done, it's over with. Cool, let's go on to the next person. Do anybody else got an issue? So that's when Big Kiva steps up and she said, I got somebody I want to call out. So she was talking to the meatball. She was like, let's be real. That night you got in that fight with J.O., me and her got into it. Did you really feel like I was about to jump in on your fight? I mean, in your heart to heart, do you really feel like I was trying to jump in? Because it looked like you felt I was trying to jump in. Which I was like, I don't know why she would need to jump in. J.O. was handling that shit. She ain't need no motherfucking help. Meanwhile was like, well, I did feel somebody hit me upside my head. So that when Tinka stepped up, she was like, yeah, when they were fighting, I saw you put your hands up. So when I saw you put your hands up and you moved up, that's why I jumped in and got your ass. So she was like, that's my sister. It's not going down like that. So Kiva was like, okay, that's cool and all, but I want my one. So come on, let me get my lick back. And then after we done, we can hug it out. I'm cool with that, but I got to get my lick back. So they go they round, and them girls, yeah, they was now Tinka almost got. I think she underestimated Kiva, but they end up. I'll give it a tie. They end up hugging it out afterwards, and it was all cool and dandy from there. So once again, after that one was done, Nelly said, "Is there anybody else?" Now, here go Dia. Dia decides she's going to step up because she has an issue with Nunu. Dia expresses that she didn't like the fact that Nunu snuck her while she was trying to fight Gretchen. And she was like, you should have fought me head up. Nunu said it was really nothing personal. She said, I'm trying to get a spot on the show. You got a spot on the show. So naturally, I fought you because I want your spot. That's it. Dia's like, ain't nobody taking her spot because she's the only one on the cast for the Caribbean season that is actually from a Caribbean island. She's not going anywhere. So Nunu was like, listen, I'm not about to apologize for what I did because that's like apologizing for being real. Nunu tells Dia, I know I did you dirty, so do you want to get your lick back or are we good? And Dia said, no, I want my lick back. And so Nunu took that wig off, gave the security her earrings, her little vape pen, and she was like, come on, let's get going. They get active. And baby, Dia, I'm going to give you some people you could fight. You could try fighting Gretchen. I would say even Scotty. You can get Scotty around. Biggie a good one. You can try her. And maybe Mariah. I would probably give you Mariah. But don't you go up on Nunu ass no more. Girl, she'd probably be having to fight Antonio Brown in that fucking house. Oh, girl. Came back, Nunu gave her a March special. That face was so fucked up. Nunu was like, that's why I beat your ass for the 3rd time. And Dia was like, that's okay though. That's okay because I'm not a fighter. But I'm going to stick up for myself. And I was like, what is up with all y'all I'm not a fighter bitches walking up for a fight? Saying shit that will start a fight. If you ain't a fighter, do not go fighting. Especially not these. This is not the practice round. Mm-mm. No. Once you that on baddies, baby, them hands got to be right. These bitches be fighting for real. Now, okay, so that's done. That's over with. Now let's say, okay, last time for alcohol. Anybody else got an issue? So you see the camera people being messy. They switching in between Sapphire and Bianca. Bianca is in her confessional. She was like, Sapphire seems like she got an issue. But at the bonfire, she didn't press nothing. Nolly saying something up here on this mountaintop. You still ain't said nothing. So I'm going to just let this shit go. Because at the end of the day, I'm fighting for somebody who is friends with the person that I'm fighting. And that just don't make sense. You absolutely right, chicken noodle soup. It don't make no goddamn sense that you keep fighting Sapphire and Mariah is friends with her now. That's dumb. So I'm glad that storyline is also over with, at least for now. So, only lingering storyline we got right now is the Gretchen one. When she come back and show her face, let that be the last time we talk about that in the N-word. I'm tired of hearing about it. So now we start talking about it's time for them to pick which one of the replacements are going to actually have a steady spot on the show. And then she was like, her and Aubrey had already talked about it, and so she thinks she has come up with her decision. Aubrey say, hey, before you do that, I got a person I want to call out. So I'm looking like, oh no, Aubrey, not you want to call somebody out. Now who the fuck done made Aubrey mad? Aubrey steps to the center and she was like, I done had a problem with this bitch since day one. I said, no, not day one. Who the fuck she talking about? She was like, she thinks she run everything. You think you that bitch because you got a show on Zeus Network. Don't nobody give a damn. And I was like, no, not she talking about Natalie. So she was like, Natalie, step the fuck up. So Natalie steps up, and you know, they get into like this little play fight. It was really cute. And Aubrey was like, hey, can I put in my suggestion of who I think should have a spot? So Natalie's like, yeah, you know, you've been in the game for a long, long time. You can pick. So her pick was Big Kiva. She felt like Big Kiva stood on business. She did what she had to do. She called out who she had a problem with. And after it was all said and done, they hugged and made up. And she really liked that. So she felt like she should be able to join the cast. Natalie took that in consideration. And she was like, okay, yeah, we're going to pick Big Kiva. So that was our first replacement to make it to the final status. The next person she chose was Jelly Bean because she went for bat for her the other night. And, you know, Jelly Bean's supposed to be her friend in real life. So I really don't know why we did that anyway. That must have been just something to do to shake up the show, I guess. Now, Gwendolyn is getting very nervous because she was like, I really haven't proven myself since I've been here. So I don't know how this is looking. Gwendolyn is looking like you ain't gonna make it, baby, because your ass is boring. And then when you said that shit with Gretchen should be able to say it or whatever, you kind of threw me off then. So I don't know, Gwendolyn. The next person she picked was Nunu. We should have seen that coming. Dia is not liking that. She was like, she felt like Heaven should have been picked over Nunu. She said, only thing I know about Nunu is that she's Antonio Brown baby mother and that you snubbed me. So I just felt like you're looking for a handout. Like, what do you actually do in real life? That would be interesting to know. What do she actually do in real life? But, I mean, damn, the girl ain't had that much the camera time. Give her a second to explain. Natalie ends up picking her last girl of the night, and she decides to choose J.O. And I'm happy because I was like, babe, we need J.O. We need another heavy hitter in this house other than Taseki. And I really hope, she do a little bit more than Taseki because Taseki really do be playing like a fly on the wall half the time. Most of the time, I forget her ass is still even here. Now that we got our girls and we had to send Wendolyn and Heaven on home, I mean, they shouldn't be that sad though. I mean, you did get to make it to Barbados. Y'all spent like a day there. It's better than nothing. Aubrey goes on and signs off. She said that she loved being there. This was one for the book. And she was like, she learned a lot from these girls and she hopes to see them again. Now it's time for Biggie, Mariah, and Taseki. Oh, and Callie. I forgot because Callie went. They're going to go ahead and meet up with Tommie for dinner that night. Biggie says that she called this meeting because she really needs to talk to Tommie. And she was like, Taseki's cool with Tommie. She's really becoming friends with Mariah. And Callie's new and we need to get to know her a little bit. Tommie pulls up to the dinner and everyone seems very happy to see her. Tommie said that last night when she pulled up, it seemed like it was a bunch of mess. Like I wasn't sure were y'all up there to come jump me or what's going on. She was like, all this, every time I turn around, we are fighting. She was like, in real life, if you're in the airport and a bitch you don't like walk past, you're not about to sneak that bitch. You're not about to just fight her. We got lives. We got families. We got businesses. Like, we don't always got to conduct ourselves in that matter. Callie asks have she tried to have a sit down with Nally and try to smooth things out. Tommie says she's flattered that Nally is trying to morph herself into being a little Tommie, which, y'all, before she had said that, I never realized how much that is actually true. I went back Sunday before, the Baddies came on, and I was watching Baddies West. And Nally wasn't acting like that on that season. Like, how she's been acting for the past 2 seasons, like, real gritty and, moving her mouth like, yeah, because I'm really about that shit. Like, I'm really about that shit. I was like, that is Tommie shit. Now that she says something, that girl was not acting like that. Like, was she trying to act like she was so hard? Yeah, but she still kind of had like that little bit of that Valley Girl shit in her. Peeped you, Tommie. Now, I'm going to give it to you when you're right. Then she was like, she took my facial expressions. She done took my mannerisms. And then you want to get online talking about some, oh, I'm talking about your husband. You saying I'm doing drugs that I don't actually do. Did y'all peep the ladies that was in the table behind them and they started to get up? I guess Tommie was talking a little too loud and a little too ratchet. And Tommie was like, yeah, get y'all asses up out of here anyway. Ain't gonna be no dinner. This ain't y'all shit anyway. That was funny. I was like, now why Tommie? We were just talking about we wasn't cussing people out at the airport, but he truly is cussing people out at the damn restaurant. And y'all see Tommie just got arrested for fighting in somebody's club. Tommie, you got to practice what you preach, baby. Taseki and Mariah, during this dinner, they was there, but not really there, because they was like, the conversation was mostly about Nally. They don't have an issue with Nally. This not their beef, so they didn't join in on that conversation. Biggie brings up that conversation that she had with Nally, Meatball, and Slim earlier, and them saying that Tommie had got beat up. Tommie was like, come on, be for real. We know what real damage look like. She said, all that tussling, that was cute. But bitch, I ain't get my ass beat up. Tommie let the girls know that she was leaving and she only came to pop up on Nally, shake some shit up, and get the fuck home. Tommie said, this is not what y'all want. She's like, y'all, I don't got time to be pretending with these girls because I do this shit for real. She said, and I got too much shit to lose. So it's time for me to get back to my regular peaceful life and get down to business. And I was like, dang, Tommie, I thought we were at least going to have you for about 2 episodes more, but okay, girl, bye. Natalie held this house meeting before the club. Natalie's feelings hurt, y'all. She did not like the fact that Biggie and them went to go have dinner with Tommie, her op. And she was like, and we picked the girls, and I don't want to hear no shit about who we picked and nobody having a problem because you should have been there to help us pick them. So the next thing we know, Biggie, Taseki, Mariah, and Callie, they walk into the room. They all, speaking and hugging everyone. Because, we got some new people added to the cast. But we kept hearing that dreaded music and that scene flashing in and out. And I just knew something was about to pop off. So, next thing we know, Taseki two-piecing up fucking Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean is lost as a fuck at this point. Taseki's like, yeah, you thought Mariah had finished that shit off? No, I'm the fucking cherry on top. Now he was like, what is the issue? Now that we done calmed everybody down and we sit down. Taseki said, you took me saying, oh, my bad, I was drunk. Like, that was supposed to be an apology. That was no apology. You still should not have been by my man. And she was like, then you talking about something? I had to have my friend sick you. I ain't have my friend sick you. So Jelly Bean said, I never said that. And she was like, that shit is lame. Like, be big enough to admit that you're wrong. I don't know who that man is. So Natalie was like, well, y'all talk about Mariah. What the fuck did Mariah do? So Mariah was like, oh, I hit her. And Jelly Bean was like, yeah, and for what? She was like, well, my bitch couldn't get to you, so I got to you for her. Jelly Bean was like, listen, I can't do nothing but accept that because I just did the same fucking thing. It's whatever. So that story is over with. And to tell you the truth, I didn't like it. Taseki, we like you. But don't start fighting up on the weaker bitches. Only bitches you can fight in this damn show this season is J.O. and Kiva. And Tink. I think you can actually go in the paint with Tink too. If it ain't those 3 girls, I don't want to see it. And I damn sure don't want you doing those sneak attacks, walking up to the girl, and the girl ain't even standing up. She got her pina colada in her fucking hand. They just made us these nice little pretty drinks in this damn house. I was relaxing. Now he addresses the fact that some of the girls were not there today to help pick out the girls. And Vicky was like, yeah, I see we got some new girls. I like what I see. I like the ones y'all picked. And she was like, yeah, but you wasn't there. You didn't get to see everything. She said, well, I mean, I saw it all last night. They did their thing. They got in the paint. She said, oh, you missed. You ain't see a damn thing because they did a whole lot today. And Biggie was like, damn, y'all were fighting today too? Biggie was like, after that whole thing with Jayla is your friend. So guess what? I went and I talked to my friend about the situation. Natalie said, you bet not been talking shit either. And she was like, well, I feel like talking shit is saying something that I wouldn't say in your face. And there's nothing that I said at that dinner that I wouldn't say in your face. Natalie says, you always on the internet trying to make it seem like I don't fuck with you. But in the same time, you're hanging with my ops. So what you think? How you think that make me feel? You think I'm about to be friends with you and you hanging with my ops? And I was like, yeah, Biggie, be for real. I might still, kiki with you every now and then, but bitch, I don't fuck with you for you to run back to my ops and tell them what the fuck I had going over here. No, we don't get down like that. Nelly said that she don't want Biggie to feel like her or the girls on Baddies do not fuck with her. She said, because that's not true. And Biggie was like, well, it does feel like you laugh at my losses. And Nelly, you do. Anytime Biggie done fell on her ass, people picking on her, you really don't come to Biggie's defense. Even though Biggie should be able to handle her own, but you don't really calm that shit down with her. You don't. And you be snickering in the background. Biggie decides that she wants to address Jayla and the situation they got at hand. And Jayla was like, yeah, let's talk about it. Biggie said she understood that fight in Miami. She was cool with that. She said, but this whole thing here at the house, yeah, no, you really didn't sneak me per se, but it was a mental sneak. I was not expecting that to really happen. And that's the why I reacted the way I reacted. Jayla says that she hit Biggie like that because you scratched my body up. She said, when I'm fighting you with a closed fist. You're over here, you're scratching. You don't got your head up, your head is down and you're scratching. And I don't like that. I don't like having to put all this color corrector on me and having to have all these scratches on my body because you won't fight with a closed fist. Jayla was like, listen, I was wrong for hitting you like that. If you want to get your one in with me, we can, or we can let the shit go. But we didn't get the understanding on if they were going to let the shit go or not, because now they say we ain't got time for that shit. We got to get ready for the club. So the first club they goes to, it's more like almost like a block party type situation or a festival. You see all these different booths. People are selling food. People are doing other little entertainment things. We see merchandise being sold. It was really cool. And the girls, they actually got on stage. Everybody was happy to see them. Everybody knew who the Baddies was. And I was like, everybody got a Zeus damn subscription, don't they? Them $5, baby, that's easy to come by. The Baddies, they did decide at that little location that they wasn't getting the bag, but they was giving a bag, which came pretty hectic. Like, what will make y'all think that y'all can calmly just hand money out in a crowd of people who are in a impoverished area? That don't make sense. So once things start to get too crazy, they decide to do a dance-off competition. And y'all know how them island girls get down. From the youngest to the oldest, baby, they all can drop it. Then they ended their night at Club Halo. So, like I said, I think this episode was a much better episode. We got a lot more fit in. We didn't drag it on to the next episode, so I was happy about that. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye guys.